It's so important to get out in nature, to get the sun on our skin. It's winter now and it's cold, but I've rolled my sleeves up because the more skin we can get exposed to the sun, the better. We live in a world now where we wrap up, where we're inside so much, where we're disconnected from our ability to ground, our ability to connect to the power of the sun. And this is so vital for our health. So I'm going to talk to you about a few of the reasons why this is so important. First of all, when we get out in nature, we get our feet on the ground, we ground our energy, we get the electromagnetic current of the earth running through our bodies, recharging us. Also, when we're in nature, we get the beautiful negative ions helping us to feel calm and relaxed. So important. We don't get that when we're around computers, around Wi-Fi. All of this stuff disrupts our natural electromagnetic field. So getting out into nature, getting close to the trees, getting close to the plants is so important. So many benefits of being in nature, of helping the brain to work better, helping depression to ease, because we're connecting back to our environment that is actually our natural state. So this is fundamental. And when we look at vitamin D, another component of our health and our well-being that is so overlooked in today's society, when you start to look at the studies about vitamin D deficiency, there are so many that come up. A recent study done of 7,800 people showed that obesity potentially is linked to vitamin D deficiency. Another study of 20,000 people showed that mental health problems could be linked to vitamin D deficiency. When we look at vitamin D and what it does, multiple sclerosis is one of the things that comes up, and this is very personal to me because my mother died from complications due to multiple sclerosis. A lot of the people, in fact the majority of people with multiple sclerosis, all have vitamin D deficiencies. In fact, you can take it even further and show that a lot of the people with multiple sclerosis come from regions where there is less sunlight. So they are being deprived of sunlight and they are deficient. So there are correlations that are showing up between multiple sclerosis and vitamin D deficiency. There are correlations between low immune function and vitamin D deficiency, between mental health and vitamin D deficiency. I could go on. As you can tell, the list is quite long as to what vitamin D deficiencies can affect. Why is this the case? Well, vitamin D is responsible for 900 functions in your body. 900, that's a lot of things that it could be affecting. So if our levels are low, then this is going to have a huge impact on our health. We were in India and I was out in the sun quite a lot. Wasn't feeling quite right. I didn't feel in optimum health, so I went and had my bloods done. And what was very interesting was that my vitamin D level came back at 39. So this is 39 units in my blood. Now, in the UK, under 50 is considered deficient. In India and Australia, under 30 is considered deficient. For optimum health, we want to be ideally around 150. Even some studies are showing that 225 is the space that we actually want to be. So there's a bit of variation, but we want to be well above 100 for optimum health. That is known. So I was at 39. I thought, how can this be? I'm outside a lot. I'm in the sun a lot. I love the sun. But I've grown up and I live in the UK most of the time. And between October and March, we do not get enough sunlight to get optimum levels of vitamin D. So we need to supplement. In the All You Need, we put 2,000 IUD of vitamin D per serving. Some people think this is a lot, but it's not. We need this and more to achieve adequate levels of vitamin D. So get out in the sun, get the sun on your skin. This is really important. one of the things that happens is we go in the sun shines down on our skin and creates little bubbles, little oil droplets on our skin of vitamin D. And in order to absorb it, what happens is that vitamin D has to be reabsorbed into the skin over 24 to 36 hours to then be utilized. But what happens is most people go out in the sun, let's say it's a hot sunny day, you're out in the sun, you get sweaty, what do? You go in and have a shower. You use soap on your body so you smell nice and clean. But what does soap and oil do? Well, soap gets rid of oil, so you're getting rid of that vitamin D, or some of it, that was on your skin that hadn't yet been absorbed. So by all means use soap, maybe just stick to under your arms and your private areas and leave the rest of your body free. Also really important for your natural oils to keep your skin healthy, not to put lots of soaps on them. But this will help you preserve that vitamin D on your skin. Get out in nature as much as you can. Get as much skin out as you can. I know it's cold sometimes, but we adjust quite well to the cold. So get out, get your face in the sun, get your arms in the sun, get that time out in nature so that you can feel that balance, so that you can start optimizing your vitamin D levels. And make sure you are supplementing vitamin D in order to achieve those adequate levels. You can go to your doctors and get a blood test. You can order blood tests online now as well for vitamin D to check where you're at so that you know that you are optimizing your health.